Ready for another amazing Christmas breakfast meal? Biscuits and Gravy Casserole. You heard it, and you can make it overnight. Now I know you can grab a can of biscuits and a packet of gravy off the shelf, but why settle for good when you're about to make the best? So stick around and let me show you the magic. Let's kick things off with the star of the show, these heavenly biscuits. 1 thumbs up, but this is a 2 thumbs up recipe. You'll need flour, sugar, baking powder, baking soda, cream of tartar. Do you say tartar or tartar? Salt, and of course the magic maker, the butter. Now don't just chop it up, get your hands in there, get them dirty, break up that butter into pea-sized pieces, let that buttery magic begin, and it completely coated in the flour. Butter makes the biscuits soft and fluffy because when it heats up, it turns into steam, making those biscuits light and airy. Bonus of homemade biscuits. Next, we measure out our buttermilk and add some honey into the same measuring cup. Okay. I'm gonna use this parchment paper to pat, to fold, and to layer the dough. We'll pop it in the fridge, let it get cold, and while it's chilling, let's cook up our sausage. I'm using turkey sausage, and since turkey sausage is super lean, we need to drizzle in a bit of olive oil into the pan. Let's add some extra flavor to our sausage. We're gonna add some sage, thyme, and rosemary. You can use pork sausage, bacon, ham, or a mix of different meats. Your choice. You do you, baby boo. I use a pound, but feel free to use more if you want, depending on what you like, if you like it extra meaty. While the meat cooks, let's get cracking. We got eggs, and to that we're gonna add milk, salt, and pepper. Checking in on our turkey, let's break it up into some bite-sized pieces. Done with the sausage. Now I'll transfer it to a bowl, and in the same pan where we cooked our sausage, I'll melt some butter for our delicious gravy. Homemade gravy is where the magic happens. To our butter, we're gonna sprinkle in flour, give that a good whisk. We're gonna cook that down a few minutes to get rid of that floury taste and make a nice smooth roux to thicken up our gravy. Slowly add your milk a little at a time. We don't want chunky gravy. Sometimes we like it chunky, but not this time. Keep stirring and season. We're gonna add some salt and pepper and let it simmer. Homemade gravy beats the packet stuff any day. It's worth the extra effort, and it's not even that much more effort. So make it homemade every time. There's a good, better, and best scale for biscuits and gravy. The good. You can use canned biscuits and packet gravy and make a good biscuits and gravy. There's a better option in using canned biscuits and delicious homemade gravy. But the best is making both homemade gravy and homemade biscuits. By Auntie Alicia standards, of course. You can hear your preference. If you like a thinner gravy, you can add more milk. If you like a thicker gravy, add more flour. As the gravy thickens, let's assemble. Spray our pan and chop up those biscuits into uniform small size, roughly 1 inch by 1 inch pieces. We're gonna layer half of our biscuits and then half of our sausage with a sprinkle of cheese, and then repeat. Biscuits, sausage, cheese. Now whisk up those eggs and pour them over the top. The final layer, add that luscious gravy. We're creating layers of deliciousness here. Biscuits, sausage, eggs, cheese, gravy. Yummy. Okay. And just in case I'm putting it on a cookie sheet, just in case it decides to want to bubble over or do anything out of the ordinary, it saves our oven some cleanup, so on a cookie tray. If you're baking it the next morning, this is where you're gonna cover it and pop it in the fridge for overnight. And if you're baking it same day, pop it in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes to an hour. Watch those biscuits start popping up underneath that delicious gravy. You know when it's done when the biscuits are fluffy and the eggs are cooked. Again, the best part, you can do this the night before. Pop it in the oven in the morning and have a perfect hot breakfast with little effort or dishes that morning. Did I say little or no effort? Oh yeah. And there you have it, a dish that's not just for the holidays, but any day you want comfort on a plate. Remember, you could opt for a quick fix, which is even easier, but of course, the magic of homemade biscuits and gravy ranks the title of being the best. If you like it a little extra saucy, a little bit more gravy on it, reserve some of the gravy on the side and didn't bake it all. And that way, if you like it a little bit with the extra gravy, you know, you've got extra to add to it. I like it extra gravy. They don't call it biscuits and gravy for nothing. Now these biscuits are super fluffy, as you know, because you've made them before. The gravy is top notch. You can't get better than homemade gravy. The eggs turn that into a whole casserole. The flavor on the sausage, it's just a whole complete meal. It's definitely breakfast comfort food. It will be on our menu this year at any kind of brunch or holiday party. Thank you for joining me in the kitchen today, where we turn simple ingredients into a masterpiece. Be sure to subscribe for more delicious recipes. Until next time, happy cooking.